Welcome to the Growth Mode podcast, where real conversations fuel real business growth. Hosted by Nina Labbe, media strategist with Salem Surround. Get ready to listen, learn, and grow. This is Growth Mode.
Okay, it's no secret getting men to go to the doctor isn't always easy, whether it's pride, stigma, or even just being too busy. Men's health often takes a back seat. But what if we change that narrative? In today's episode of Growth Mode, we're talking testosterone, stigma, and helping men feel like themselves again. I'm joined by Sebastian Linke, franchise administrator of Game Day Men's Health, to explore how they're not only breaking the silence in men's health, but growing a business that's changing lives and redefining wellness. Sebastian, thank you so much for joining me on Growth Mode. I'm so excited to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, and thank you for sharing your insight and your mission behind Game Day Men's Health.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's get started. What inspired Game Day's unique approach to men's wellness?
Well, that's an interesting question. We are not your typical doctor's office. It's a man cave environment. You come in, you're being greeted by name. We're not that sterile clinic where everything is just white. We have broad colors.
Yeah, I love the name. I think it sounds so approachable. Like if I was a guy, I would want to go to Game Day Men's Health.
Okay.
All right. So Sebastian, you got to tell us how you got involved with Game Day Men's Health and what drew you to this franchise model.
Let me back up a little bit. So I was born and raised in Germany, came to the United States in 2005 with 2 suitcases and $2,500. Moved to San Diego. I was racing triathlon professionally there for a couple of years. Then I started a business, triathlon apparel. We sold that business in 22. This is when we moved out here because my wife has family here. And all of a sudden I didn't have a business anymore and I needed something new. I've never worked for anyone else, so I've always done my own thing.
You had that entrepreneurial spirit.
That's for sure, yeah. I've been looking around different kinds of, I wanted a franchise because I didn't want to start from scratch.
Yes.
The opportunity came up. I wanted something in the health and wellness space because that's my background. And once I saw that concept, it just clicked.
I love it. What sets Game Day apart from other men's health clinics?
Well, it's like I said earlier, we're not that stereotype, sterile environment. Everything is catered to men. You come in, we've got big flat screen TVs, snacks, drinks, everything.
Is it a sports environment?
It's a sports environment, yes. And since we're not working with insurance, we're not insurance driven, we take our time with you. We want to make that personalized treatment plan and connection with you.
Okay. Awesome. So what's the mission behind Game Day Men's Health beyond just testosterone therapy?
We wanna improve the health of every man. That's our goal with everything. It's not just about testosterone, it's about mental, sexual performance,
right?
Stuff like that, yeah.
Okay, and who doesn't want to feel better, right? All right, let's talk a little bit more about men's health and industry insights. What do you think men's health, especially things like low testosterone, still carry like a stigma?
Yes, it's getting more accepted, or it got more accepted over the years. But still, when you think about testosterone, you think about steroids, stuff like that, it's absolutely not that. We're just replacing what the body used to produce, but not producing anymore.
Right.
We just want to get you back in the game, just where you were 20 years ago.
Right. And there seems to be a big demand in the market for it too.
Yeah, it's the fastest growing category.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you approach educating clients who might feel hesitant or embarrassed?
I think it all starts with a conversation. We've got a really good clinic director. She listens. She wants to know what's going on behind the scenes, under the hood. And then we just give them their options, show them what's going on with their hormones. And from there, we'll make a game plan and get you back
All right.
on track.
So what are some common misconceptions about testosterone therapy? You mentioned steroids.
That's the number one thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can think of right now. Yeah.
So not steroids, everybody.
It's not steroids.
Okay. What trends are you seeing in the men's health space that business owners should pay attention to?
There's more, like I said, there is more than just testosterone. We started out, while testosterone is our core,
Yes.
bread and butter, peptide therapy has picked up.
Okay.
People are getting more aware of it. People are self-educating themselves. They come in, our patients come in, hey, I read about this and this.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about it?
Mm-hmm.
And then the conversation starts.
Right. And I've heard about peptides. What do they do for you?
So they're basically, to break it down, very small amino acids that trigger a reaction in your body that to produce something or to do something. For example, there's one peptide called semolin, which increases the natural production of human growth hormones.
Okay.
Everything is natural. We're not putting stuff from the outside in, like the testosterone. It just creates a reaction in the body.
Is it like more improved energy?
There's different peptides for different outcomes.
Okay.
We've got energy, we've got fat loss, muscle building. There are some peptides for recovery after a surgery or a hamstring tear, something like that.
Yeah.
There are peptides that are really good for the skin.
Yeah.
Libido,
Wow.
everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So many different kinds. Okay, wonderful. And so I noticed, on the website, Game Day is expanding across Texas and beyond. Can you share what your growth strategy looks like for the Stone Oak location?
Yes. So Game Day is the biggest men's health clinic network in the US, maybe globally.
Yeah.
We have about 300 units open right now. It's going to be more than 1,000. Right now, we have one location in Stone Oak, and then there's going to be another one close to here, Hollywood Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. What marketing strategies have helped you grow brand awareness and attract new clients or patients?
The number one thing is Meta for sure. We have to work as a franchise owner. We have to work with Game Day provided marketing companies.
Sure.
And so it's basically Facebook ads and Instagram ads.
Okay.
And I would say that is 90% of the leads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. So, how important has digital marketing been in reaching your target demographic? I know you said mostly social.
Yes, it's everything.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. And what about advice that you would give like other franchise owners or business leaders looking to scale?
It takes a lot of money, that's for sure. The number one advice I can give is stick with what's working, because I've tried a lot of other things far away from the Instagram and Facebook ads like CTV, radio advertising. It's all nice, but at the end of the day, the only thing that drives the needle is the Facebook ads. And
right. Okay.
So I'd stick with that.
Yeah, you got to go with what works for you. Okay, and so let's talk a little bit about leadership and community. What has been most rewarding for you personally in building this business?
I have got a great example from yesterday in the clinic. Mm-hmm. We had a patient who is in his 60s. Mm-hmm. He was never on testosterone replacement therapy, mm-hmm. and he got pellets injected. Pellets are very small, like a rice corn, testosterone pellets that are being implemented under the skin. Mm-hmm. And I'm working the front desk right now. So when he checked out, he was in tears. He was so happy that he finally got the help that he needed for years, because he's been complaining about fatigue, low libido for years.
Yes.
Those are the moments that just that I'm working for.
Right. Oh, yeah. I can see how that would just really tug at your heart.
Yeah, we had another guy who was about to leave that day, walks to the door, turns around, and said, "Hey, I got a huge promotion at my job, and you guys have been a big part of it." And I looked around and said, "Why?" Well, I've got way more energy. I'm way more focused. When I'm coming home, I'm not just sitting on the couch anymore. I used to drink a couple of nights a week. I've stopped that. Everything has just turned around, and I mean, wow, I'm not a hugger, but I went over there and gave him a huge hug. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a beautiful story. Wow. Yeah, especially when you can make that kind of difference in someone's life. Yeah. It like reminds you, this is why I do what I do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. All right. So how do you stay involved in the local San Antonio community?
We do a couple of events here and there. We do connected with a couple of pickleball places. We'd like to show our face outside of the clinic.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Awesome. And let's talk a little bit about success. What does success look like for you over the next year or two?
Over the next year, hopefully to double the amount of patients that we have right now. And then over the next 2 years, it's going to be opening up the next location, and then eventually be the number one go-to clinic in San Antonio for men's health.
Right. Okay. I love it. Okay. All right. So if someone wants to learn more about Game Day Men's Health, how can they contact you?
Very easy. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Game Day Men's Health Stone Oak.
Okay.
If you go to gamedaymen'shealth.com, put the location finder, Stone Oak, we're going to be right there, or just type in Game Day Stone Oak on Google and you'll find us.
Okay, well, that's easy. Okay, wonderful. Awesome. Sebastian, thank you so much for joining me on Growth Mode. I really appreciate all the information, the insight, all the wealth of information that you provided today. I really appreciate you taking the time and sharing with all of us, what a difference, a person can make with just being informed on their healthcare decisions, on the difference that they can make in themselves and how they feel.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Awesome. And for our listeners, if you're a business owner and you're looking for new ways to grow, I'd love to connect with you, whether it's boosting online visibility or improving your digital marketing strategy. Let's talk. I offer a free SEO audit and a custom strategy session to help you get found and get heard. What are you waiting for? Reach out to me. You can email me at growthmode@salemsurround.com. Thanks again for listening. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share this episode if it brought you value. Until next time, keep growing.
Thanks for listening to the Growth Mode podcast with Nina Labbe. Stay connected, keep learning, and keep growing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you next time on Growth Mode.
Want to grow your business online and on the air? Right now, when you sign up for a 6-month organic SEO campaign at $3,100 a month, we'll include a free radio schedule, 1 week per month for 6 months to help kickstart your visibility. That's a $5,000 value in radio advertising, designed to drive awareness and leads from day one. Don't miss it. Email Nina Labbe at growthmode@salemsurround.com or call 210-526-3626 to learn more.